Well, good afternoon, folks. Cumberland Outdoorsman here with you, and today I've got somewhat of a short video for you. I just wanted to share a quick experience with you that happened to me this past turkey season, and I just wanted to kind of go over it and tell you what I did about it. Did you ever notice that as your years of hunting and fishing accumulate, you also accumulate some of the favorite tools of the trade? You know, sometimes you have a favorite hunting knife, or we all have our favorite guns, you know, or maybe your favorite turkey calls or whatever. And it seems like if something's going to get lost, it's always your favorite one. You know, you sit down somewhere and the knife falls out of your pocket, or it might be an old pair of binoculars, or maybe an old compass that was given to you by your dad or your grandpa. It's always those cherished things that seem to get lost. It's never the ones that you don't care that much about. It's always the really good stuff. Well, that's what happened to me. Several years ago, I attended the National Wild Turkey Federation convention here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I picked up some calls, and one of the calls in particular was a striker that was made out of laminated hardwood. It was dark green and black and gray, and it's in some of my videos. If you watch some of my turkey hunting videos, I'm using that very call to call in some turkeys, you know, and successfully harvest them. And I've called in a lot of turkeys using that striker, either on slate or on glass call or whatever. It's just always been my go-to striker, you know, whenever I'm get ready to call in a turkey, because it just had that special sound. And before I had that one, I used to have a walnut striker, one made out of black walnut that just sounded fantastic, and I lost it too. I think I remember where I lost that one, but it's been so many years now, it's rotted away by now. So I wanted to go and make another striker, and while I was doing that, I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try a couple of different materials. And that's what I'm doing in this video. The walnut striker that I recreated, I have here with me. And incidentally, what happened here in my turkey vest, I've got a pouch here that I keep my strikers, and it's got a zipper on the top. And what happened is the zipper got reversed. I either snagged it on a thorn bush or something, and it got zipped open, unzipped, and that one particular striker fell out. And I went back and tried to retrace my steps to try to find it, but I just couldn't find it. So anyway, here are some of the strikers that I made. First of all, this is the walnut striker. This is the one that I wanted to recreate that I lost so many years ago. It's shaped a little bit different than the one I had, but it sounds exactly the same. And incidentally, black walnut is a great type of wood to make turkey calls with. I'll give you a little demonstration here what it sounds like on this old slate over glass call. I've used this call many times to call in some nice longbeards. But it gives you a nice variety of different types of calls. You can go from real soft clucks and purrs to soft yelping. And you can get loud with it too. Has that nice crisp rasp sound. And it sounds just about identical to that one that I had before. And then here's another one that I made that you don't see very often. This one's made out of maple. This is rock maple, and it has a really good sound. A little bit softer, not quite as crisp. Really good sound to it. Now I'm going to demonstrate this maple striker on this old Black Widow HS strut call that I've had for many years now. It's been a good call. It's just a glass call. I don't know how many years it's been around, but been a good little call. If you like friction calls, you probably like collecting these old calls like I do. Gives you that nice high rollover into a nice raspy low end. And that's using this homemade striker. Here's the walnut striker. Gives you a little bit deeper tone. Walnut's some great material, like I said. So I'll probably be trying these out this weekend if I can. Get back out in the turkey woods. Now I've got some more laminated strikers here. These are custom strikers, custom made, and they sound really good too. But for some reason I always like that other one the most. That's the one that I used, probably 90% of the time, you know. But I'm really starting to like that walnut striker. A little bit of a different sound, you know, than the other solid wood ones. I've got another old collectible call here that I've had for several years. Another HS strut call. A little bit deeper tone to it, a little bit lower key, I'd say. If you don't use friction calls, I would recommend it because they're easier to use than mouth calls and probably not quite as easy as a box call, but you can get a good variety of sounds using just one type. You know, if you have like a slate over glass and you've got 3 different strikers, and you actually have 3 different calls in your pocket right there just by having different strikers. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Here's the process, step by step, that I made that maple call with. You know, if you want to try and do this yourself, if I can do it, I'm sure you can. It's really not that hard of a process. You just need some tools. Really, the ideal tool to use is a lathe. If you have a lathe, you can spin the wood on a lathe with different types of chisels, and then you can sand it out, and you can make a bunch of strikers using a wood lathe, but I don't have one, so I had to use a knife and a sanding disc, and that's what I came up with. So anyway, remember, if you like to go hunting and fishing, camping, shooting, whatever it may be, I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. And also remember, hit the like button, smash the bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this will be coming your way. So until next time, y'all take care of yourselves and be safe out there. I'll see you.